Hey guys, Sam back with you here. Well, we're mid-morning on a Thursday, April 12th. Next up, per members voting, and the polling that we do here is EOS to the dollar. So I've got it up here. This is the 3-hour chart on Bitfinex. Now this, I've got my work on this. This is current count, so I may have mentioned this before, but this is one of my longer-term hold projects. I'm very bullish of this cryptocurrency longer term, and like most of crypto, since when we top here, early January, this pretty relentless bear market that we've been in for the last 4 months. Well, this is starting to look kind of interesting. So this is, again, as I've suggested previously, there are some strong projects here that can be the kind of the canary in the coal mine, if you will, in terms of breaking out of this long downtrend here. And this certainly has all of the ingredients here to be a bit of a tell for the crypto space in the longer term and coming out of this long bear market that we've been. And you can see here, as I have it labeled, I've got this as a complex correction into a WXY, as so many of the alts have set up this same pattern here, where we had the big ABC and then we continue down here. So WXY just connecting to ABCs. So here's our W. We get a 3-wave counter trend into the X wave, and it appears like we have a good technical pivot down here. So working off of that, here's now where it gets very interesting. So let's zoom in here and see if we can make any headway as to what we have here. So now looking down here, you can see even in this last leg, we get the nice 5-wave subdivision that you'd want to see. You'd hope to see it to confirm your opinion, assuming you're a bull, that you get this finishing down here, that from our 4, that we get the subdivision that you'd hope to see in that 5th. So if I just lower that degree, let's go to, there we go. So you can see it. So we get all of the ingredients. Everything you could hope for is right there. From an Elliott perspective, you've got all the subdivision. You're just beautifully technical here, and then look, we get this reaction. So so I'm on a 3-hour. I can't quite see it, but I've got a 1, 2. Here's the 3, 4, and it looks like I end with a diagonal. So I've got potentially now, just potentially, this coming out of here with a motive wave, and I've got some sort of an ABC down here into a 2, and now I'm putting up my 3, 4, 5. Let's go up a degree on that. We can go to sub, and let's change the color. We'll go to green. All right, so potentially now, I've got a good pivot to work for. Well, how would I know that's a good pivot? Well, I need 3 of them to really confirm. So, of course, first thing we're going to do is just go from the swing low. All right, we got an internal retracement. I'm just going to go swing low, swing high. All right, so anybody who watches my videos or is a member should not be surprised by that. I mean, I've lost track of how many of these I've shown you. Hundreds, I would imagine, at this point. So we tap the 618, we roll back over. Oh, we're going to go in and we're going to just dip a toe into the golden zone. Boom, there we go. And now we get the break out of that. So it sets us up here now as potentially having a 1, 2. So we get likely this is an A, B, C down for the 2, right into the golden zone. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it could get better. Well, what do I got? I got 3 pivots, so what do I have? I have the potential here now for the golden corner pocket. Right? So there it sits. We're not there yet, but we know Andrew's trading principle number 1 is certainly potentially in play here. So if I look here, here's the golden corner pocket. Right? So we've got an 80% probability, if these pivots hold, 80% probability of getting to the median line at some point here. Now we're here, so if we're going to get there, this is starting to look like a reasonable target. What do we know is going to be right there at the negative 100? Well, as I've shown you many times, that will be very close to our wave 3 target, if not right on top of it. So if I get it right there. Okay, so you see that? So now we've got our wave 3 target. This is just statistically speaking, highest probability zone for a wave 3 if we're going to get an Elliott wave 3, and it certainly looks like we have that underway. Our highest probability zone happens to be here at the 1618175 hot box, right, which is right on top of the 100, which happens to be right in alignment with the median line. So are we getting there in this push? Well, we don't know for sure yet, but certainly that's a contender. It's going to need some gas to get up there in time, but that would be a very reasonable target to have in terms of EOS to the dollar. Now, should we get there, and we don't know that we're getting there on this leg because we might have this subdivision. Let's go down to the hourly and dig in a little bit more closely and see if we can do some more precision forecasting in terms of the subdivision that we potentially have here that's underway. So I can take this off since you know our target is up there and we have the hot box. So that's our target. Can we get there? Does this make sense here? So potentially, oh boy, that's not great subdivision here. Let's look up a little bit here. So it's hard to get a 1 in there, so that's likely 1 2 1 2, right? But that could be, no, it can't be an AB. So let's look here. So likely here, that's 1 2, and then this is 1 2 3 4 5. So putting in some sort of a 3rd, 4th, and 5th here on this degree, but it looks like we've already had our 4 right here. That might be down 1 degree. Let's do it this way. So I think we're a degree off here. So this one's going to have to go up a degree. We're going to have to change that color. Let's take that to, so we don't lose track, which is why I always change the colors and the degree, so I can stay clear about where I am in the larger degree. So potentially now I've got 1 2 1 2. That's what I'm seeing here. So if I go down here now, because I don't really have a better way to count this for going up for the 5, let's get that degree. Let's change that color. We can go to white. We'll go to minuscule. Oh, that's too small. Let's go to submicro. Okay, now we can see it. Okay, so potentially, boy, I don't love this bit here. I don't love it, but there's 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. Looks like we go up, we catch the 5 here of the 3rd. That looks like what we have here with this. This is the deepest retracement, so potentially that sets us up for this 5th to come in here for the 3rd. Now we anticipate the 4, right? That's not relative to this because that's trying to get this to complete. So we'd be looking, so I'd have to extend this. And so now you wonder, are we too far gone past to hit the median line here? Maybe we have to go to a modifier. But I can't get that as a 4-5 to complete the 1. It's just not there, even on the 60-minute. If I go down, best I can, it's just not there. So it's 1 2 1 2. Looks like that's what we've got. So there's this. It may have topped here. May have topped. Let's just out of curiosity do a quick check on that. So if this is my 2 relative to that 3. Well, we're right to the 38, so that would suggest that that's a good pivot here for a 4. Are we going to get up and tap this target up here to complete our 3rd up here? Well, it remains to be seen. But that's what I see there as potentially now the subdivision that would get us there. So we don't know for sure, but this very strong, and we know we have 80% probability of getting there. So if you're a bull and you're not in, I would not be a buyer up here. But let's see if we can get this 3rd to complete, and then give us a nice little ABC. Come here, a nice little ABC coming down to set up for the potential 4th to play this up for our 5th here. Now, again, as we get away from the median line, we have to sort of keep in mind the time component that's there. So potentially now, if we run out of steam here, run out of time, we'd go to a modifier, but it remains to be seen. So right now, I would just hold that there as that count, right? So again, it's all good news. We're seeing impulsive movement. We're seeing these big breaks like this. I mean, that started, 2 days ago. That's a pretty good move. So hopefully we get this 5th. That gives us our 3rd, and then we sit and we wait for the 4 to the 5. That is tradable. But remember, if you're trading that 4 to the 5, you're anticipating that at least 38 to call it 40% of that is coming back on the 4th wave. So that's a decision you have to make. If right, again, if we're hypothetical, if we get up here for this and we tag it, it sets us up for the 4, but we'd want to be anticipating at least a 38. That would be ideal before we go up for the 5. Right, and we'll adjust the median lines accordingly should we need to. It certainly looks like we might. But so that's what I see there. It all looks very good, very encouraging sign. Again, I'm a long-term bull on this project, so a great one. I would not be a buyer here. I'd be waiting for the next opportunity, but it looks like it's in play and will be setting up. So I'm sure we'll be revisiting here to EOS, to the dollar, as well as EOS to Bitcoin. Okay, hey, quick reminder here, because I'm not very good at remembering to do this, but for those of you that watch this and you have an interest in this technical trading on other asset classes, we do now have a fully separate YouTube channel where we are applying this exact same methodology to traditional asset classes as well. So you'll see a lot of futures, equities, some Forex as well, just traditional asset classes with the exact same approach. And that's the power of this, is that nothing changes. The chart's a chart. I don't care what it is. So you approach it the exact same way. But if you want to see some demonstration and confirmation of that in play in traditional markets, well, I'd encourage you to check out that channel and be a subscriber. Also, for those of you that look at this and go, wow, that's a lot to learn, it'd be great if I could get a shortcut to that. We do offer one-on-one coaching, right? So that's available on our website. You can just go to tradedevils.com. And we have that option for you if you like the one-on-one, the personal training. I do offer that typically in the afternoons here Central Standard Time. Okay, that's everything for now, and be back to you later.